Okay, guys. So Kanye West. This is on Piers Morgan. So, but Piers Morgan, I guess his whole platform is just to talk to canceled creators or something. This is Kanye West, or it says Ya. Is it Ye? Yay? Formerly known as Kanye West, apologizes for anti-Semitic tweet. Let's see what he has to say. I'm excited. Let's see what he has to say.
You don't hold accountability to my pain. You're being a Karen.
I'm talking about. I'm not a Karen
to the pain.
I'm not a Karen, and I'm not going to cancel you, and I'm not going to uncensor you. I'm simply going to challenge you on what you're saying. I think you don't understand the pain that you've been causing with some of these comments, and I think that one in particular, I can understand.
Oh my God, God forbid, God forbid.
Well, really quick, I'm pretty sure he said DEFCON 3 on like Jewish people. So like this is a pretty intense remark here. So
one comment could cause people to feel any of the pain that my people have went through for years.
Oh, here we go. Victim complex. Here we go. Now we have to compare black people to Jewish people. God forbid. Listen, dude, if you say something like DEFCON 3 on anybody, I mean, like, I don't understand. People are upset. I don't understand. When there's any move, I don't even know. I don't understand what's happening. Just be like, yeah, I messed up. My bad. Why is he talking like he's gonna start comparing oppression? He's playing identity politics here. He has performative outrage. He made a mistake instead of being like, hey, you know what? That was like a really insensitive comment. I fucked up. I'd be like, okay. He goes, well, what about my people? I don't know, bro. I mean, like, what's happening here? You said DEFCON 3. I mean,
even like the blacks being ushered to the left during the civil rights movement. No one has cared about black people.
Okay, why does
no?
All right.
No one is.
Can I mean, say I agree that the racism against black people has been utterly deplorable, shameful, unacceptable, and thank God the world is beginning to move to a better place about the way it has treated black people like you. However, one form of racism here doesn't justify.
It's almost in a better place.
Well, one form of racism doesn't justify another.
It's not a better place.
I'm not cutting you off. I'm finishing my sentence so you can respond. One form of racism. One form of racism. It is racism.
Well, first of all, it's like first of all, there is like a Jewish race of people. There's actually like, you know, DNA points, like Ashkenazi Jew, I believe it's called. There's different, you know, doesn't really matter though. It's still like bigoted, anti-Semitic, like, but okay, who cares, you know?
Say I'm going deaf.
So clarify the truth.
It's bad regardless.
I was in a position where I've been hurt, and this is the way I had the right to express myself.
What?
The point of this interview is for you to question me, and then for me to answer and say, okay, even though the same rules are not applied to my people, if a person with a gun or drugs is pulled over and has three other people in the car, they're all going to jail. I'm not going to apply that to Jewish people for the sake of this conversation. What? Isn't that what you wanted? But you know what you did? You tried to civil rights me. You tried to pull me back to a week ago. But we're here today. There's been plenty.
Oh, I guess I have to watch the full video at some point.
Of conversations and commentary since that. But you want me to go back to 1960.
No.
You want me to go back to 7 days ago.
All right, let me jump in. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to reflect.
Okay, so have we grown? Have we grown?
Here's how we grow. Yeah. Here's
the
how we
only thing I'll potentially say is like, so Piers Morgan can occasionally. Okay, so with that Andrew Tate conversation, I accidentally watched like the edited version of it that was like 20 minutes less long. So it's possible Piers is showing us the most provocative aspects of Kanye West, and maybe he's making a better argument than we think in the full interview. I don't really know. Hopefully we can watch the full interview at some point. But like based on this is fucking ridiculous.
Grow. I want you to reflect.
No, have we grown? Have we grown? You're not in charge of my growth. You're not in charge of my growth, Chris.
Okay, let me phrase it like this.
Yeah, I heard about the drunk chimp interview. And there it's like apparently he says like some out of pocket shit. Can you send that to me, Vince? Maybe I'll take a look at it.
About to suggest to you how you may grow if you choose to grow this way. And you can ignore me. You can ignore me.
Pierce, how much money are you worth?
Not as much as you, sadly.
Exactly. So take my advice. Maybe you'll get richer.
I would love to take.
What does that matter? Why do people why do people pivot back to like money when they get slashed? Like DJ Academics gets clowned on. in that Fresh and Fit like conversation by some like girl. And all of a sudden, oh, I make a lot of money. Like, who cares, Kanye? You're a fucking idiot. You made money on your music, not on your intellect. Just keep that in mind. Like, Jesus Christ.
Your business advice.
Why would I listen to you?
Well, why do you?
You're being anti-Semitic. Like, I don't understand.
Why do you hear what my advice is and then work out if I'm wrong? Can we do that deal?
Well, the thing is, you haven't given me any credit or a moment of reflection for the comparison that I made, the brilliant, if I do say so myself, comparison that I made to the cops pulling over one black person and locking everyone up.
I understand what you're saying.
And my tweet having issues. Wait a second, I wasn't done with the sentence.
Oh, is he talking about George Floyd? Because I heard something about that. I think I saw like the clip where he said something like insensitive about the situation. But it's a 3.5 hour long conversation, so I'm not gonna really watch it. But I did actually watch something about that. He said some like out of pocket shit about George Floyd, something along the lines of the fentanyl in the system instead of like the kneeling on the neck. There's like a lot of okay. Apparently they're considering suing him, but they're suing him.
My tweet referring to all Jewish people, I said, for the sake of this conversation, I will refer to the business people who have destroyed me and my people and my fellow creatives. But you didn't even accept that I gave you that.
Well, he said something about DEFCON 3. What does that have to do? What the fuck is he talking about?
You tried to push me back into 1960.
No, I didn't.
You tried to push me back into last week.
No, I didn't.
Okay, do you accept that example that I gave you?
I understand completely the example you gave me. I think all racism is wrong.
So I feel that we've grown.
I would like you to reflect.
I feel we've grown. Do you feel we've grown?
If you've now changed what you wanted to say originally, my question for you is, do you now regret saying DEFCON 3 on Jewish people? Are you sorry you said that?
No.
I think it matters. You should be.
Absolutely not. You know, I will say I'm sorry for the people that I hurt with the
I feel like I have to watch the full interview. This is like so all over the place.
DEFCON, the confusion that I call. I feel like I cause hurt and confusion. And I'm sorry for the families of the people that had nothing to do with the trauma that I had been through, and that I use my platform.
Did Jewish people like specifically hurt him? Like
where you say hurt people, and I was hurt.
It's an uncensored interview. You said something which you've now wished you hadn't said, and you've apologized. I actually think that says a lot about you. Right? That shows you've got that ability to be self-aware, to understand when you cross a line. I think someone like you, with all your energy and creativity and your passion, you're going to say stuff.
Is Kanye trying to say that like Jewish people denied black people opportunities or something? Like I don't exactly know what the fuck this guy's talking about.
The way that you talk constantly and in such an extraordinary manner, you're going to trip up. You're going to say things the wrong way. I don't think there's anything wrong in when you do that, doing what you just did and saying, I'm sorry, I crossed a line, I apologize.
I want to say that it's wrong to hold an apology hostage. And I got to let go of that and free myself of the trauma and say, look, I'm just going to give it all up to God right now and say to those families that I hurt, I really want to give you guys a big hug. And I want to, I say, I'm sorry for hurting you with my comments. And I want to word it in not in like a political way, but in a presidential way, which means what I knew a president to be when I was growing up.
Okay. Here's this other thing that Pierce has released.
Welcome back to Piers Morgan Uncensored, live from New York City. The first installment of my explosive, world-exclusive interview. One of the most brilliant but controversial artists in the world, Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, has already hit over 1 million views on YouTube. He and I went head-to-head for 2 hours yesterday on everything from anti-Semitism to George Floyd to White Lives Matter, the T-shirt he wore, Kim Kardashian, of course, his ex-wife, Donald Trump. Here's a taste of what's to come in our 2-hour special tomorrow.
Okay, I don't care. I'm gonna have to watch the 2-hour special tomorrow. This rundown was incredibly confusing. I don't know exactly what Kanye West is talking about. I don't understand what the fuck Kanye's talking about when Jewish people hurt black people. Because what it kind of sounds like to me is that what he's saying is that like back in the day during like redlining, Jewish people were the ones that were denying black people loans. And like it just sounds like it perpetuates the stereotype that Jewish people have been in bankers in power. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But he wasn't trying to be nuanced when he made his DEFCON tweet about Jewish people at all. And like not to be a fucking asshole, but we're talking about a billionaire black rapper criticizing Jewish people, okay, why don't you do something about it? Like, not go after Jewish people. Why not be a better advocate for black, reparations or something? I mean, like, you're incredibly powerful billionaire black person. You have a ton of money and influence. Why are you working with Candace Owens, who doesn't believe in some form of reparations, instead of trying to get together with somebody that cares about black oppression? Doesn't that make more sense if you're so concerned with black people? Like, hey, I'm going to use my money to create some kind of black community fund. I'm going to try to provide educational resources. I'm going to lobby for some form of reparations in some form. Maybe it's through grants to, impoverished black areas for new computers for their school and upgraded books, or wouldn't that make more sense? Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching, and a special shout out to all my Patreon patrons, my YouTube members, and my Twitch subs. If you'd like to learn how you can contribute even more than you already are by simply watching the video, you can check the links down below, which will unlock a special feature depending on the platform that you subscribe to, such as Patreon here, that will get your name right here on this wall. Thank you so much, guys, again for watching, and have a good one.